Hello everybody. Welcome. I am Monkeypuzzle, and we have made it all the way up to episode 41, playing the Direwolf20 FTB pack for Minecraft 1.7.10. Here on the Primus server, you can see over my shoulder to my right there's a big P. That means it's the Primus server. No doubt about it. So today I want to start a project that I may or may not finish in this episode, but we've been having a little problem getting everybody on the server lately, and there's been a little division about that, and I wanted to do something in Spawn Town that would give everybody a way to like hang out and work out their differences and bond, you know? And in Minecraft, the way you do that is you run around and kill dragons and have adventures and collabs and build machines and stuff. But in real life, what adults do, and we're all adults here, so don't get the wrong idea here, kids, but adults, they'll go to a bar and have a few drinks and hang out and work it out that way. So I thought, what the town needs here is maybe a bar, like the Primus Pub. And if there's food, then kids can hang out too. So we need something like the Primus Bar and Grill, the Primus Pub, something like that. And basically this is just an excuse for me to play with some new features and extra trees where you can take the products of the fruits that I am breeding and make wines and brandies and beers and all kinds of things. So, and I need something to do with all that stuff, so we need a bar. And I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to make it. I either want to convert that building right there and make it a bit bigger so it can have some tables and a counter and stuff, or maybe right on the waterfront property right here, although that might make the establishment a little too expensive. We'll see. I mean, it might be pretty hoity-toity. Whenever you got waterfront and establishment like that, you always pay for the view. But we're all doing pretty well here. We got lots of diamonds and gold and all that kind of stuff, so that might work out just fine. Anyway, so that's the idea. But of course, like anything else in modded Minecraft, to get there are a number of steps that we're going to have to do that. And actually, I'll get into that in a second. I want to give you a quick update on some stuff previously. I was doing a lot of Thaumcraft the last few episodes. First, so if you watched me in the previous episode where I set up and attempted to use this osmotic enchanter from Thaumic Tinkerer, you saw me crash the server twice. So I posted a bug report to the GitHub site for Thaumic Tinkerer, according to the Minecraft forum where it told us to go. And Nikosune, forgive me if I pronounce that wrong, Nekosune, who is now has taken the lead role in developing and maintaining Thaumic Tinkerer, wrote back right away, was really nice, and she told me that there was already an update for Thaumic Tinkerer that would work, because the one included with that version of the Direwolf pack, which actually we're still in right now, the 1.0.4, was incompatible with Thaumcraft at that point. So we were going to go ahead and put the updated version of Thaumic Tinkerer in ourselves, but it turns out today the 1.1.0 version of the Direwolf20 pack is out already, and that has been taken care of in there. So we're just going to go ahead, and tonight I'm going to update the server to 1.1.0 of the Direwolf20 pack, and not only will this be fixed, but we will also have thermodynamics. Fastcraft will be included in the pack, which I'm already using, and Ender Tech, which I'm less familiar with, but I'm excited to get to know. So there's some news on that. The other news is if you watched the last two episodes where Cat Dog, Pig Duck, and I ran around the Outer Lands, we opened the Eldritch Eye and went through that whole dungeon crawl where we didn't quite get our objective yet. If I now go into the Thaumonomicon, the Eldritch tab, that gave me the research for the Outer Lands. So, and speaking of, I've got some warp And so now this is opened up, the revelations in the Outer Lands. And I wonder if that has anything to do with why we couldn't find the key to the maze. So I'm going to go ahead and do this research real quick, see how much I can open up. I'll be right back. But don't worry, that's all the Thaumcraft we're going to do today. And I was so busy talking to you, I didn't pay attention that I actually purchased that research. I don't need to do it. And so far, that has not opened anything else up yet. So if you guys know how I get down to here, please let me know. In the meantime, trying to make sure that this opens. Oh, it looks like there's something supposed to be right here. In the meantime, trying to get everything opened up, I did all the research in here, and in Thaumic Tinkerer, that got me all, it got me all the way to ichor. And so I've been doing the research to open up ichor cloth. I still got to do the bottomless pouch and ichor cloth robes and ichorium. And ichor, if you don't know, is like the super end game material in Thaumic Tinkerer. And I think, I'm not 100% sure of this, but if I make an ichorium pickaxe or an awakened ichorium pickaxe, which I need to learn more about that, is it true that I can break bedrock? I think it has some powers like that, or if not, it's still super cool. So after the update, I'll work on some of that stuff. And I am having some unnatural hunger. Let me take a sauna real quick so that we won't have this for the rest of this episode. And then we're going to move on. So let me just run up here to my little hot tub. Dip myself in. Okay, it's got 26 minutes, which is actually a good timer for this episode, although I'm going to have to do lots of cuts for the stuff I'm going to need to do. And I get these lovely particle effects. So let's go down here and let's grab a whole bunch of mossy stone bricks. I've been making them in the fluid transposer, and you can see here, you can also do this with cobble. You can make mossy stuff, and you can't see it because it went over here. But yeah, mossy stone bricks. And what am I going to do with the mossy stone bricks? Well, backtracking from my idea of wanting to make a Primus Pub, I got to make some more fruit. And I've got all these fruit trees that I can do. You can see down here, if I can get on top of it. There we go. Here's all the fruits I've gotten so far. And there's a lot more that I could do. But yeah, we got all these. I'm not even trying to say them all. But, ooh, all these fruits. So the ones I want to make some liquors out of, some wines or something, I was thinking is apple and maybe some peach brandy or something like that, and some cherry. That would be very cool. And some plum. Yeah, so that sounds good to me. And of course, I'm going to do some more breeding. I need to get back to my bees and my tree breeding. I've been away from that a little bit. And what about papaya liquor or something like that? We'll get there. And so, yeah, to do all that, we're going to need to get to the point with extra trees where we are using these things over here, but I'm not going to quite do that yet. Oh, and maybe we should decorate our establishment with some of the wooden tiles that come with the woodworker. There's also a glass worker and a tile worker. But down here, let me see, we've got the fruit press, the brewery, and the distillery. So once we get our fruits, we'll make those things and go on with it. But to get those fruits, besides cutting the trees down, there's no way to actually like right-click on the leaves and pick them, as far as I know. If there is, let me know. So we're going to make something I actually haven't made yet. We're going to make the multi-block farm from Forestry. And so to do that, let me see. I think we need to make the farm blocks. Yeah, these guys here. And the one I've chosen to do is the one with the mossy stone bricks. Now, to make it, I'm going to need to make a bunch of these tin electron tubes. And we're going to need electron tubes for other things as well. And we're going to need to put them onto a circuit board with a soldering iron. And I got to make that in the carpenter. So we need iron and bronze. Let's grab those real quick while we're in here. So we needed 3 or 4 iron, and let me just put all these in there because that's where we're going to need them. And bronze. So let me grab one of those. And then let's find the recipe for circuit boards as well, because we're going to get there. So that's the enhanced circuit board. I'm actually going to want the intricate circuit board. So we're going to need redstone and gold. So let me grab those. Redstone. Half stack is more than I need. And gold. Same thing. Let's grab that. And then, so let's go up. Oh, you guys didn't go in. Try that again. Okay, I thought that's been working for me before. Here, I'll just do it the easy way this way. Get in there. Okay, so upstairs here, I've got the Thermionic Fabricator. And actually, I forgot what I needed for the tin electron tubes. Probably, it's a pretty safe bet that I need some tin. So let's grab that. And let me see, tin, electron tube. This is going to be in the Thermionic Fabricator. So tin, these are all tin. Okay, so just a big upside down T of tin and the redstone. So let me grab some more redstone because I'm going to make the biggest possible multi-block farm for forestry. And that's going to require 100 farm blocks. So let's go ahead and get that going. Where's my tin? So we needed this T of tin here and like that. And then there was redstone on either side. So that should go ahead. Okay, so that will make 4 electron tubes. If I want to make 100 of these, I would need 200 redstone. But it makes 4. So I think that means I need 50 redstone. I've got 2 in there, I think. Yeah, those went in there. So let's put 48 redstone here. Is that going to limit things like I want? Let's see. So if I click on that, I got 16, 32, 48, 64. Okay, didn't quite get that right. Oh wait, no, I'm going for 100. I did get it right. There we go. So this, I should get up to 36. Yes. Okay, perfect. So now we have those. And then, let me see, I needed the soldering iron. Let's get all this stuff out of here. And for the soldering iron, it was something like that with the bronze. Excellent. So let's put that in there. We'll get our soldering iron. And I forget, I think it was in the carpenter too, that we need the circuit board we're going to need. We might as well knock all that stuff out, although, so probably a little confusing out of order because I'm not going to use it quite yet. But let me just go ahead and do it. And put that in there. And we can make 1 of those. So after it's done, let me take some of the stuff out because I don't want to make a million billion intricate circuit boards. Okay, so there's that. And then let me just take the gold out of here so that'll stop. And we're actually going to need to make some more kinds of tubes in the end, but I actually forgot which tube I need, so we'll come back to that in a minute. But now if I put these in here and we go back to farm block, we can go to this one and hopefully we can go ahead and do this. Yeah, so there it is. It's using the walnut wood slabs. I'd actually rather use the fir slabs, which I actually need to make some more of. So let's just clear this out. Let's take some fir, make the slabs, and that should be plenty. So now we can go back to our farm block and get that guy and that guy, get the fir. And I don't want to make this episode really a whole tutorial in the forestry multi-block farms, but I wanted to do this part with you at least, just so if you've never done it, you can have an idea of what I'm doing. And then for this, let me see, the things we needed. What if I just go like forestry? And hopefully, oh man, that's not going to help too much. there's 3 special blocks I need with the multi-farm. And let me see, I know one of them is called a hatch. Yeah, that's it. So with the moss stone bricks, yeah, so like that. And there we go. Did I put one of those back in there? I did. So that's that. And then we're going to need, I think, a valve. Yep, that's not too bad. Okay, with the mossy stone bricks. Like that. And, okay, so let's go ahead and grab the farm valve. And let's go ahead and grab, let me see, we need the gearbox. That's it, the gearbox. And I've actually never made one of these before, so that's why I'm a little halting in my progress here. But there we go. Excellent. And that actually took from my inventory to put in there. That's new. That's why I was a little put off by that, but that's cool. Okay, so I think we have everything we need. Let's get some more of the mossy stone brick back, because we're going to need this as well. And there's other things we'll need, like an Aqueous Accumulator, which apparently I don't have any of. That's strange. Let's go ahead and make one of those. We need some copper gears. Make a bunch of those and throw them back in. And then now we should be able to make this. So we'll need that. I probably have some water buckets on me. There's more stuff we'll need in the end too. Like, let me see, fertilizer. And this kind of fertilizer. So let's go ahead and make some of that. Oh, and what did I need? I needed the fertilizer. I needed concentrated compound. Okay. I thought I just needed some apatite. There we go. That's the one I want. So let's go ahead and make that. And I will need some dirt as well. This has 180 spots in it. So let me make enough room to get enough stacks of dirt. To go, let me see, 3 stacks should do it. All right. I'm full up of stuff. So let's hope that's good enough for now. And the place I want to make it, I was thinking there aren't too many big flat spots around here, which is fine because most of the stuff I want to do with the trees and the bees, I don't need it. I have one over here. Before I had set this up, I was going to fight the Gaia Guardian from Britannia, but CatDog beat me to it and he set it up by spawn. So I'm going to use this spot to set it up. And this thing is going to be 17 by 17. So there's no way to get it all in one chunk. So I'm going to use 4 chunks here. And I think I'm going to center the thing right here. So let me get the space ready. Let me clean this stuff up, dig a hole, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I got a 5 by 5 hole dug because the maximum size multi-farm has a 5 by 5 by 4 block made with these farm blocks. They're actually over in the chest over there. And then extending from that, you got to build a little structure like that. So for this size, it extends out 6 blocks this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let me get my wand of focus of equal trade and click on that. And then I should be able to go like that and like that. And then let me see, I'm looking at the diagram over here. It goes 5 out like that. And then I'm going to do that from each side. And then I'm going to connect them all up. So I'm going to go ahead, get that set up. That's 5 and 6. And I'll show you guys what it looks like in the end. And this is going to be the ultimate size of our farm. And so, you know, these are just going to connect up like that. So you're starting to get an idea of the shape. I'm going to finish that up and I'll show you what it looks like. So there's that. I actually realized I should have put it one lower because dirt needs to go on top of this. And I don't want to really stick up so much. So I'm going to lower this down by 1. By the way, I hit a cave system down here, which works out fine because I'm going to need access to this space below. So that's very cool. And by the way, this was just my little safety shelter for when I was going to fight the Gaia Guardian, in case I needed a place to run away to, but I never actually used it. But it'll make a nice little AFK spot here if I ever need it. Alright, so, be right back. Okay, so there it is, one lower, and this will have dirt on top of it, but this is the amount of area that the farm will function on. So all the trees, the fruit trees, will have to be contained in this amount of space. So then we build the block in the middle of the farm blocks, and like I said, 5 by 5 by 4 high, and it can basically slide anywhere up and down, basically 4 options up and down, as long as it's touching this ring here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put it flush with this surface. It could go 3 higher, but I don't want anything obstructing the trees. So I'm just gonna go ahead, block myself in like this, and then when I'm done, we'll put those 3 special blocks in to complete it. Okay, so all done except for those 3 blocks. So let me see what they are. That one's the valve. There's the hatch. And there is the gearbox. So that is water. And stop moving stuff around. And stuff and power. And if everything went right, this thing will now form into a multi-block. There's a metal band that you can see from the side, but we can just click on it and we get the GUI, so we know that that happened. So that's excellent. Let me go on up. Let me see. Let me just make this into a portable hole. We'll make a better way up and down soon enough. And I'll get once I get this all configured. And we gotta just grab the Aqueous Accumulator. There we go. This guy. And we'll be working on that in a second. We need that. Some dirt. And, you know, I keep rethinking this. I probably should have put this whole assembly 1 higher, because when the dirt goes on here, it's not going to be flush. This is going to be sunken 1. So just for my neat freakiness, I'm going to do that. Okay, so hopefully that formed back into the thing. Let's click on it and see. Takes a second. There we are. Okay, so all the dirt is going to go in here. Now, this is not going to be considered what they call a managed farm, an automatic farm, even though it's going to automatically pick the fruit, but it's not going to plant the trees. So this may not place, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in there anyway, just in case it does. Okay, so feeding this thing water should be easy enough. Just this matter of putting down the Aqueous Accumulator. So we've got water, and we just need power. So let me just use the good old Tesseract. Let's see if I have one on me. And I may not. And it's nighttime, even though you wouldn't know it, because I have my night vision on. And these guys are trying to wreck my plans. You know, actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a border around here too. This part is unnecessary, but it'd just be nice to see the active dirt framed. Oh, this is a good chance for me to play with my new toy. I've got my new vampiric hellbats. Which he's pretty good at beating up, but there they are. Okay. Enough fooling around. I'll finish that border in a second. Let's go down here and give it some power, and eventually I'll hook up the automatic feeding of stuff into it. Right now I'm not going to do that yet, but we just need some monkey power, and we want to receive just energy. Alright, so what's happening now? Excellent. So it's planting the dirt itself. Oh, that's great. And so by default, This is a managed arboretum. It will grow trees. I didn't give it any saplings yet, so it's not going to do that yet, although I could put the fruit tree saplings in there. But for now, we need to run back to our ME system. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that. And get some electron tubes. So yeah, it's using the fertilizer, and hopefully this is going to be the right kind of soil. It's using the fertilizer and the dirt I put in there to make humus, which is basically very rich soil. So while it does that, let's go play with our soldering iron some more. And I think I looked up the tube I need is copper. Let me double check that real quick. It is indeed. So let me grab 4 of those. That's all I'm going to need. And then I gotta remember about the soldering iron. I think I just right click. Yep, and I think as long as I have a circuit board, I don't know if it needs to be in my inventory or my hotbar, but this represents the tubes that we can put, or the places for tubes that we can put on here. And we're actually not doing the electric engine or the stimulator. We're doing the manual farm. So this is going to be orchard. If we were doing managed farm, it would be arboretum, like trees. And right now the farm thinks it's a managed farm. That's why it's planting itself, which is handy. But it won't do that once we do this. So that's all ready to go. Let's drop this in. So now they're all there. Each of these corresponds to a side. I forget exactly how it goes in order, but it's north, south, east, and west. So we could actually use this farm 4 different ways in the different quadrants. But I'm not going to do that way. And then let's get some trees. So over here in the tree section, we want those 3 kinds of fruit trees that I wanted to start with. Let me find those. And then we can just do this from the top. Don't have to go underneath. Go ahead. I think I can just place this in. Yep. So now it's an orchard. So I don't think we put our trees here anymore. I think we just can plant them ourselves. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then, and I'm wondering how close I should put them together. I think I definitely want a completely full canopy of these trees. So, and I'll go back and get some bone meal in a minute, but this will take a little playing around with, and then we shall be in the fruit business. Okay, I got it all planted up. A small little segment of papayas. We got, these were, oh gosh, I forget. Don't even tell me. These were the peaches. These are the plums, cherries, and orchard apples. One thing I decided I want to do, or try to do, alright, I want to take this out, the hatch, and I actually should have brought down the a block from upstairs. Since it's much easier to access the thing from up here, I want to see if we can put the hatch up here, and then I need some space here. I can't do this yet. Oh, here, I got the chest. I don't think it's going to push and pull automatically, but maybe. So let's just put stuff here for now and see what happens. And then let me go back down and replace that one piece. I need a real way down here. Put this back, and hopefully we'll get our whole farm back as well. Okay, cool. So that's the farm again. This doesn't seem to be automatically pushing or pulling, so we'll have to hook up a piece of item conduit. Hopefully, I'm not quite sure how to manage the in and out, although with these I can do it, I think, because they can be both in and out, and I think the farm is smart enough to know what it can do. So let's do in out, and then the insert is good, and the extract will be automatic. And then let me get small Actually haven't morphed in quite a while, but let's just do it this way. Get down in there and grab that, and then this is going to be in, out, and the insert is cool, and the extract is like that. So hopefully that'll work. Will those go in automatically? And then the fertilizer. The fertilizer's going in. That's cool. Oh, it doesn't need soil anymore, right? So that's why it's not pulling that. That's cool. Now, hopefully, as it has fruit, it's going to pull it out. So we can just take the dirt out, and I can send that back home, or I'll just put it over here. I guess this is what we're doing today, is the multi-block farm, because there's not going to be much time for the rest of it. So we'll do the brewing and distilling and pub making next time. But let's go ahead and bone meal these. Oh, and the bone meal doesn't seem to be working here. Oh, because it's nighttime. Silly me. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I need to light this up too, so I'll work on that in a bit. But I want to use regular lighting like glowstone or torches or something. I don't want to use the Thaumcraft one, the arcane lamp, because it could add little blocks here that'll keep the trees from growing. When I relog, that will go away. Let's try now. Okay, so we got a cherry tree, and hopefully these can all grow this close together. No, they're going to be a little picky about it. So I'll have to do some rearranging for optimization. Oh, that does work. Okay. So yeah. Eventually they should all grow on their own. But now that we've got some going, let's go ahead and speed this process along by bone mealing the fruit. Some of these, at least, you can do that. Ooh, and I heard something happening. What do we got in here? Yay, we've got some plums. Success. So, awesome. It's not going to need a whole ton of fertilizer, hopefully, but I'll just throw a bunch in this chest. Eventually, I want to get the drones as my item conduit system, like going up and down the hill, putting stuff in and grabbing stuff out. Wanted to use them, yeah, as the little gophers for all my agriculture here, my little ag station. But that, not ready, quite ready for that yet. Anyway, I think we got success. I think we have an automatic system happening here. Those can't get speeded by bone meal. These can. Oh, and the papayas. Is it going to work with the papayas? Oh, you know what? It might not, because... Oh, it did. Awesome. Thought I might need to make a cocoa farm, which is actually one of the options. But it seems to be doing just fine. Get some more. Ooh, I'm stuck. Let me get myself out. I don't want to break my precious leaves. That doesn't seem to be working. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to break some leaves. Anyway. I'll play with this some more. I can't go through there. Yeah. Anyway, you guys get the point. So let's see what we have so far. All right, we've got a peach, papaya, and plum. So we are in the fruit business. Excellent. And I mean, to get a whole canopy of stuff going on, and we'll get all kinds of things happening. Anyway, I hope this was useful to you, fun, and I'm looking forward to the next phase, but that's enough for today. So this is Monkeypuzzle, picking fruit. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.